It's TheFrXion here, Tiger Tank 1-2, haven't called me, I don't really care. Welcome back to World of Tanks related content. Today we're taking a look at the BZ-68, which is a tier 9 Chinese heavy tank, and we're just going to talk about it real quick because there's one interesting feature that has been stripped of this tier 9 heavy tank. Now, you might remember the tier 8 premium and the tier 10 Chinese heavy tanks these are coming in the near future, probably first quarter of 2023, and they were supposed to have like very big guns that have a lot of high explosive damage but very bad penetration, and they also have rocket boosters on their backs. What is really interesting here is that this is not the case with the tier 9. Now, usually, when you have two different gun types, they would mention it in the super test on this little display, but they haven't. So the question now is, did Wargaming actually roll back and forego the big high explosive guns? Or is the tier 9 just a standard tier 9 heavy that doesn't have that feature, and the tier 10 in the end has that feature? It's a bit weird, but I have the feeling Wargaming is rolling back a little bit because we have a 130mm gun, I assume, at least from the damage potential, that has the same kind of average penetration that other 130mm guns have. 248 with AP, 315 with probably APCR, and 65 with high explosive. So 530 average damage, and it's a very loud or far cry from the 1050 damage you were able to do with the tier 8. So it's a bit weird. I'm not sure if Wargaming are rethinking the entirety of the line. Reload time is 15 seconds, aim time 2.9, dispersion at 100 meters 0.42. So yeah, all of those things, nothing seems to be like striking out in any particular way. It looks like another Chinese tier 9 heavy tank without any special features, except for the rocket boosters. They are still a part of the vehicle. You can see 35 kph normal speed, 53 kph with rocket boosters enabled, and 1 kph in reverse if the rocket boosters are on, because you're only going into one direction. So yeah, you have 5 charges, as we mentioned already prior. 28 degrees per second hull traverse is okay. It's on the lower end for most of the tanks, but for a heavy tank, I think it's okay. Turret traverse speed is pretty bad though, with 24 degrees per second. But as you can see, the hull armor, 120mm at the front, is quite nice. It is a very large lower plate, so looks like a very easy to hit target. 110 on the side with some side skirts there. 70 or 60 at the back of the vehicle. 280mm of frontal turret armor, and what you can see right here is that the turret armor at the front is rather flat, so maybe high explosive anti-tank ammunition can just cut right through the turret. That could be an option. 130mm on the side of the turret. It is also very flat again, so maybe an easy target to shoot at, and 70 at the back. So the very interesting thing here is, it could be that Wargaming are going back on the high explosive guns because they've noticed that they are not a lot of fun to be. There's not a lot of fun to be had. But this is only the tier 9. We don't know anything about if they changed the thing on the tier 10. We know that the premium tier 8 still has the high explosive gun. So it's a bit weird. We don't really know what is going on currently with this. But very quick question, because I'm going to finish this off. We don't have to spend much more time than this on the BZ-68. It looks like your average tier 9 Chinese heavy tank, in my opinion. No real like broken things on it, I think. Would you have liked to see the high explosive guns? Do you think the high explosive guns are still there, but they haven't displayed it? Because it seems weird to me. Maybe Wargaming just want the rocket boosters. That's enough of a special mechanic, and they don't really want to do 2 mechanics at once. So yeah, I'm losing my voice a bit. We're gonna finish this off. Hope you guys did enjoy, and see you guys on the next video. Until then, have a nice weekend.